Hi guys. Okay, so this is my second self-reflection, and I'm just going to tell you if my views have changed or what I've learned from this class and um, authors that I related with the most. So I'm going to be looking at my notes and stuff like that to help me get through this. Um, but I first wanted to say that my views are pretty much the same. Nothing, I wouldn't really say my views have changed at all, actually. Um, I, I don't really know where to start, but I am going to say that the video, one of the videos that we watched in class, that I would learn, that I took the most out of, I guess, was the video, I don't know her name, but her last name was Sweeney, and she was the funny lady who related God and Santa Claus, and um, if you're good on Christmas you get presents, and if you're bad you get coal. Just like if you're good you go to heaven, if you're bad you go to hell. I thought that was a pretty funny but kind of true analogy um, of the two superficial beings, but I really liked Sweeney's video. It was a little bit long and sometimes it got a little bit boring, but I really enjoyed her story and the way she explained it. I thought she was a little harsh sometimes, but I would say that she was one of the most influential authors for me, if you consider her an author. But another author that I related to with the most was Marvin Belzer. He wrote the essay Mere Strangers, and I did an outline on it. And the quote that I related to the most, that I did include in my outline, was this. This is what he wrote. My story is grounded in the good religious experiences I had as a child, for I was brought up in a strong evangelical Christian home, and I loved the religion, which was the center of my life until I was well into my 20s. I would say that statement is almost true for me, except the well into my 20s part. Like I'm only 20 right now, so I guess I realized I'm not really a believer earlier than Marvin did. Um, but I liked his essay. Um, there was another thing in here that he wrote that I really liked. He says that without a strong faith, I might not have bothered to look into these things as religion, in the way that I did look into them now. I might have remained in a sort of dull, hazy state about these matters. Nonetheless, at that time, my faith in God was gradually eroding the conceptual framework of specifically evangelical Christian beliefs about God, because the framework was too rigid and too confining. So basically, he was such a strong believer that that's what made him a non-believer. As weird as that sounds, he was such a strong believer that he really looked into religion and realized it really wasn't for him, and he doesn't believe in it. And I guess that was what I would say happened to me. Um, I was a believer until I really researched into it, and that's what changed my beliefs. Um, as I mentioned in my first self-reflection, I I don't I wouldn't say I believe in God or Jesus or any of that, but I do believe in a heaven and hell. And um, Edwin commented on my biography and said, "Well, I find it strange that you believe in a heaven and hell, but you don't believe in Jesus or a higher power." Well, the reason I do believe in a heaven and a hell is because I've come to the conclusion that I don't think that someone like Hitler or the people in the Taliban or mass murderers or serial killers will have the same afterlife as someone like you or me. So in that aspect, I guess I believe in something. I believe in an afterlife. That's what I believe in. My favorite part of the class, I would say, was learning about probably the science and religion contradiction, and the um, evil, the problem of evil. I really enjoyed learning about those topics, and I thought those were the most convincing arguments to me. I'm a strong believer in evolution and that we evolved from apes, and the science behind that is just unquestionable, and there's too much evidence to believe otherwise. I'm a believer in what I see, so I don't see a higher power or anything like God or anything like that. So it's hard for me to believe things that I don't see, like the Tooth Fairy and Santa. I never really believed in those as a kid either. I wasn't really big into that, even as a kid. Um, I have to see it to believe it. Pics or it didn't happen. That's kind of my motto. Um, so I really enjoyed the class. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed meeting all the classmates and hearing all their sides of um, like how they believe, and I enjoyed reading the essays. So my favorite essay reading was um, Mere Stranger by Marvin Belzer, and I related the most to him. And I also liked the Sweeney, whatever her first name was, Sweeney. Um, Her video was definitely my favorite part of the class. I thought she had a lot of good points. So thanks for everything this semester, and I will miss all of you guys. Have a great rest of the semester, and I'm looking forward to hear your self-reflection. Thank you.